All right, there we go. I did it correctly. See?
Fuck
There
Georgia
we go.
fans, man. I swear, they're just like
Hey man,
they just
look,
need to be directed with every fucking thing.
look. The level of
Kirby
alcohol that
Wright,
is being
like in the on
consumed.
like the inside of Gunnar Stockton's helmet.
And
He
he
comes
might.
off as like one of those humans that's like really just dumb as shit. Me like football.
Yeah, I mean, I know a
That's
guy
one
who
of them,
golfs
right?
with him.
Me like football.
I know a guy that golfs with him, and he was just so confused because like Gunnar is like swole. I mean, he's a football player, and the golf pro dude that I know was hitting the ball way further than him, and Gunnar's like,
Heard he's not
"How
an
are you
avid
doing that?" Hey, he might not be. It's okay. Look, man, Georgia's a hard school to get into, but
Is
South
it?
Georgia education, absolutely.
What is
We,
he?
in high school,
Quarterback.
we would literally like all the teachers would stop and we would look at like who made the list of like who got in and shit like that. So it was
Gunnar looks like one of those dudes that spent the entire day in one classroom in high school.
He's in solitary confinement.
Yeah, like he'd be in like one room the entire day.
he ate lunch
And
early.
eat lunch separately from everyone else.
Jesus Christ, man. All right.
There's a special
Enough.
name for those kids. No.
Because he was special. He was a special kid. Can't you tell?
We took a week off, ladies and gentlemen, and this is how we return. Hey, this is my quarterback. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is week 10 of Pay for Play. We fresh off a bye. We feeling good. We got special guests in the building. We got the usual suspects. Sam, he was fined. He allegedly got fired along with BK. So he's trying to get that buyout money together right now. So we'll let him slide for a week. We got Sosa in the building, Jake in the building, but we got a newcomer, like I said, my guy Reed here. Love for the game, aka my brother. How you feeling today, man?
Good, bro. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we're feeling good, man. We're back off of a bye. Jake and Sosa feel like shit physically, but they're here. So it is what it is.
I feel all right, man. What do you mean? I feel all right.
Sound like Little Richard.
I mean, despite the fact that I've had Alexa playing Don't Stop Believing on loop for the last 24 hours, it's been all right.
Okay. Interesting. Jake, what if you have Alexa playing nonstop?
Nothing.
You said Pink Pony Club. What?
No.
Oh my god. It's a hit though. That is a hit. You can front on it all you want.
Playing Fire Zach Taylor. That's what I got him playing. But that's a different
How's that go?
I don't know. Hopefully we find out in a couple months.
He can't start singing it till a brown bag's over his head.
Yeah. But no, good week of football for my teams last week. Beat the rivals. UC got a statement win, and they got another big one coming up in a couple days.
Yes, they do. We will talk about that. Cincinnati going to Utah this weekend. We'll start with week 9.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was on.
Hold on. What do you mean your teams? For example,
Cincinnati.
He's talking about collegiate.
Michigan.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that like the two other people on this show, Roddy, when their team falls out of contention, they've now everyone has a second team. Right? For Sam, it's Indiana.
Not me, bro.
For Jake, it's I went to school there.
Yeah, but I can always use that. Like I can literally always play that card. I can literally come on. And also, shout out to LSU. They fired the biggest scumbag in the planet. I hate that dude. I'm glad he got fired.
I'm actually happy Sam's not here to victory lap that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I am happy
because we'd be bagging on them losing, and he'd be like, "I don't give a fuck because we fired him." You know what I mean? It's like it's like that built-in like, who gives a fuck? We fired him. Like,
yeah, man. So I mean, like I said, we have to get into the events of week 9. But before we do that, please make sure to follow at Pay for Play on X. Make sure you are watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to the Daily Bread Network. It's right down there. All these guys' handles are up on their little green thingies, whatever it is. I can't think of the name of what the hell it is right now. All right, so we're gonna go over week 9. Like I said, a lot of eventful games, but obviously the number one is going to be the LSU Tigers. They fell to the Texas A&M Aggies. They got their ass kicked, man. They got their ass absolutely handed to them. And before we start, I just want to play this video real quick. Can I play this video real quick? This is the governor of Louisiana, not the governor of Louisiana State University, the governor of Louisiana, talking today on the One Pat McAfee show. Give me 1 second as I pull it up, because this is the most Louisiana story ever. I can't lie with you. This is just it's peak.
As you know now, I assume you were told this. Texas A&M's coach Jimbo has an agent, and Brian Kelly has an agent. Now, I think Brian Kelly's agent potentially also works with Scott Woodward. Let's talk about that, the athletic director, because you would assume at most places the athletic director would be the one that's picking the coach. You emphatically saying absolutely not. Is it because of the contract and what you learned about what he had done in the past, or is it strictly because we can't have a situation look like this again with the $53 million? Because I think a lot of people have said Scott's the athletic director for a reason. You're going to have people that aren't in athletics now making an athletics decision. Do you view it that way, and why do you think that is kind of how it's going to go?
Look, let's unpackage that. Let's talk about number one, there's a number of bad contracts that seem to have followed Scott Woodward. Okay. Number two, his agent and Brian Kelly's agent are the same agent. That's something else that's misinformation out there. I believe that Strong represents both. I even know Strong represents some of our players. In the legal profession, that is called a conflict of interest. How can I trust my athletic director, whose agent also represents some of the candidates that are out there? You would think that if the Board of Supervisors gave Woodward a list of 5 coaches that are looking to come to LSU, and 3 or 2 or one of those coaches is the same agent that he has, who do you think can make the list? That is a
Yeah, we'll stop it there. First of all, that's his real voice, by the way.
That's the governor of the state saying the school's athletic director won't choose who the coach is.
Well, that's why I have to give context, Jake. So right now, LSU does not have a university president. They have an interim president at the current moment. So that's why the governor had to get involved in the firing of Brian Kelly, because they don't have a damn president for real.
Do they not have a board of regents?
They do, apparently, and that's who's going to be in charge of the head coach search, per the governor.
Oh, God.
Welcome to Louisiana, baby.
I can imagine Michigan's governor ran the football team. Oh, God.
And I can't think of anything more damning for you as an athletic director to have the person who is in charge of your budget yearly to say bad contracts follow you. So as soon as the president gets appointed, see ya.
You know what I would say? I would say, fuck you. I know how much money you really have.
Yeah. Like,
That's what I would say. Like, what do you mean? Like, bro, like, it didn't work out. Don't act like you didn't want Kelly here. That's also something that I really hate. Like, these people who cut the checks, when they hired the guy, they were on his dick.
paying him all that money.
Oh my God, we were. This is a steal. We got him to leave Notre Dame. Notre Dame's like a dream job for everybody. Blah blah blah. And comes over, fucks up everything, and then they don't just want to be. All right, it's our fault. We got to find somebody to replace him. We have the money. We can't take the city of Baton Rouge turning on us. This program cannot be long. They cannot be bad for a long extended period of time. This is just not how it works at LSU. It's just not it. So, yeah, I think ultimately I think Kelly's going to get hired in this cycle.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think Kelly's going to go sit on TV. There's too many jobs available, and he brings too much to the table as a coach. I know he comes off as a complete dick, but I don't think Kelly's going to go sit on a TV set. He can barely do press conferences. He can't. I don't think he can do.
I have a great fit for him.
Hey, we are.
Nope. No, Jake, we're not doing this, bro.
I would.
We're not doing.
I'd love to see him at Penn State. Let me tell you.
Oh my God, it would be immediate.
We'll schedule you guys after that.
You know where he's going. He's going to Michigan State.
No, that's not. I
heard Michigan State is like
started in Michigan.
And
I think there's a better fit.
What do you think?
It's also a desirable job. They take pretty good care of you there. I mean, like I know, like they've had like the school has had like some issues, but like Michigan State takes pretty good care of the people that are the coaches there. They do.
I don't even know who their coach is right now. I'm dead serious.
Oh, football? I have no fucking clue. I was out on them after they fired my boy Mel. I think they handled that whole situation wrong.
Okay. Where do you think Kelly should go, Reed?
I think Arkansas. Shout out Mike Jones.
Oh,
yeah, that's not bad. It's not a bad.
I think Arkansas is the best fit. Personally.
I mean, he could take that fake accent. It'll probably work there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that. Oof.
I didn't even think of that. I think that's actually a great fit.
They're
always willing to overpay for a name.
And you saw the reports today about Franklin and Vatek.
Yeah,
I heard Franklin at LSU. Somebody suggested James Franklin as the coach to LSU. And I wish
he
I could
get
like
burnt
around
alive.
Sam when that person was talking, like he would have tried to jump through the screen and smack whoever it was saying. But somebody said that on ESPN, and I was like, "What?"
Someone said that on ESPN.
Yes, but I mean, I expect that. I expect that from ESPN. Some just
you're surprised.
Some stupid shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Arkansas is a good look. I mean, of course, again, I think it's a step down, obviously, which is what he needs. He's had his chance at 2 high-level programs.
Is it a step down? I don't think any job in the and that's something I got to make clear. There's no steps down in the SEC as a job. If you can build a program, any of those teams can win because they're going to have the money. I don't believe in that. Obviously, some schools have more than others. Right, but I don't think that like there's a step down because not in the SEC.
No. That
Vanderbilt's in first place right now, brother. Let's
Arkansas fit though makes so much sense. Like you could pair him with Calipari, and then all the money they got down there.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Arkansas is a school that wants like attention too. Like they don't really give it. Like if they don't win,
the dude from Tyson Foods is ready to spend a check.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's Calipari's right hand man. So
my thing why I say it's a step down.
You got one there. Let's get on let's make that happen. Actually, Kelly to Arkansas.
I can't wait for Mike to watch this, bro.
Mike Jones would get.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad at you. I mean,
the best coach they've had there in forever. He would be the best coach.
He would.
But my step down point is because they're not one of the 5 teams that we're going to see win the SEC in our lifetimes. They're one of the other 11 that we'll never see win the SEC in our lifetimes. That's the only reason I say it's a step down if he wants to win.
We need to clip that right there because you're going to be old one day.
Back in 28, I'm going to be like, they won.
I would have said Kentucky. I would have said Kentucky is a step down, but
yeah, look, I'm telling you right now. If it's not Texas, Georgia, Alabama,
A&M,
maybe Texas A&M or LSU, you're only going to see them 5. Them 5 are never going to be bad.
Florida?
No, Florida's out of that for me. They're out of that.
I think Lane. I don't love Lane Kiffin, but I think Lane, if he stays at Ole Miss, I think he's in that conversation. I think they're in that conversation.
I understand what you're saying, but in this era of money and throwing it around, you're not going to have more money in Texas A&M and Texas. We still drive.
That's right. And then you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Well, also, no one's going to have more money than Texas Tech and Michigan right now, if we're being honest.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But I'm just talking in terms of SEC. But yeah, I do like the Arkansas shout. Obviously LSU is going to want Lane. Like we all know that. That's their probably number 1 option. But if they don't get Lane, who do you think they go for?
I already told you that I think they should make a run at Urban Meyer or Nick Saban. I think that with LSU situation, and then with the governor getting involved and politics getting involved, even more of a reason to just offer them whatever the fuck they want. You want instant stability? Urban Meyer, Nick Saban. And if you can't, and if those 2 aren't the guy, and you can't offer Lane Kiffin enough money to come there, well, then you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah, man. I agree. I think Lane at LSU, I would say I get he's a Spurrier disciple. That's his dream job, blah, 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 blah. But I think LSU is a better fit. I think it's a better culture school. I mean, you're the only show in town in terms of in-state recruiting, so you don't really got to go as far.
Easily the best job in the SEC. It's the best
I would
job
say-
in the entire league.
What is
Debatable.
Head coach at LSU. It's the best job in the SEC.
I would argue Georgia, but that's me. That's me.
Yeah,
And I'm not being biased either.
Nice floor mats and blankets you have back there.
I'm not being biased. I look, we are all.
What were
the
you,
talent
what
that's
were
coming
you
out.
before? I mean, before Kirby Smart, you were like,
Mark Richt. I mean, look, he won the SEC only one time in his second year there. And
He was basically Brian Kelly.
I think
I
LSU,
mean,
Florida, LSU, Florida, and Bama are better jobs.
Look, I'm just saying the talent that comes out of Georgia, and you don't have politics. It's very similar to LSU, to where the second-rate talent goes to the Georgia Techs or even Valdostas. Like you don't really have to compete in state with anybody, and then you have more money than pretty much every team you're competing against. The South Carolinas, the Tennessees. You don't have more money.
Still not a better culture. Still not a better atmosphere. Sorry, brother.
I get it. Look, if you argue LSU, I can't tell you, but I can't tell you where you're wrong. But yeah, I think the job in the coaching carousel is going to be interesting this year, as we knew. So it could only get crazier from here. Again, we got 4 or 5 games left in the season for some of these teams, so we'll see what happens. Anybody else got anything of note from Week 9 in college football? Okay,
Matt Rule extension rolls him out of Penn State.
Yeah.
I
Were
mean,
you upset about that?
Yeah.
Does it rule him out at Penn State?
Yes.
Do you really think it rules him out?
Yeah, go watch. Go watch.
It literally says it'll eliminate him from this coaching cycle.
Or this
No.
cycle, I seen
No,
that.
no, that's just what Thamel said. If you go watch the podcast he released after they released the news of that, he basically said it's a done deal. He's staying at Nebraska.
Well, maybe
I
rules.
don't know who
He-
Penn State's gonna get. Like,
He didn't say a word for word, but he basically
please
alluded to it.
hire Brian Hartline. Oh my God, that will be.
I do, bro. I want it so. I want.
You know
him to
that'll
the
be
next
the
coach.
best thing for Michigan. Penn State will suck, but they'll take all the wide receiver recruits.
All right. Well. All right. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. No, we wouldn't suck. But
They would suck. I just don't. First of all, I don't see Hartline leaving to go to Penn State. I just don't see it. It would just be. I just don't think he would do it.
why? There's a bunch of position coaches that went to Penn State. Literally, their quarterback coach went to Penn State. There's a bunch of players. There's a bunch of like staff members that went to Penn State or have an affiliation with Penn State.
Man, we're gonna have all these conversations, and then you're gonna look up, and it's gonna be like Bill O'Brien is headed back to Penn State.
I threw his name out there with like my family because they wanted my opinion. I was like, why isn't anyone saying Bill O'Brien? I personally want Louisville's coach Braum, but he's at his alma mater, so it would be hard to lure him away. Or Brent Key at Georgia Tech.
Why is no one bringing up Kenny Dillingham?
He's not going to leave Arizona
Yeah,
State.
they are.
It's gonna take
Sam
heaven and
Leonard's gone, Jordan Tyson's gone. Perfect time to leave.
yeah. I'm thinking the same thing, but bro, like, it's gonna be tough. I do think though that the thing that Dillingham has that other coaches don't is that Dillingham can tell Arizona State, like, I'll come back. I'll come back when I'm old, and we'll figure this whole thing out. But like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It
like
feels
being
like
in
they'll
love
just
with
flame
being
out
in
eventually.
love with a woman, but knowing that you can't stop cheating. And maybe we can revisit this, but right now, it's not the time,
It feels
Shorty.
like
I gotta focus
Yeah.
on these other bitches. It's like,
It feels like you'll just flame out there.
Don't tell your girl
I'm
that.
just
Just
saying,
America.
that is not how I think or anything like that. But y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
so
just-
we get the concept.
listen, I get it. Like, he loves Arizona State, but bro, like, we're talking $15 to $20 million a year to leave at 35. Bro,
I think he has a higher chance of going to LSU than Penn State. But
Really?
that's just me personally. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if he were to get offered the job, obviously it's a better place to go for. Just no disrespect to Penn State, great tradition,
It's
a lot
not-
of money,
no.
but it's not as far as like a desirable location and job. It's
LSU is the top job in college football. In my opinion.
yeah. I mean, I just think that like what you get there,
Especially now if you're getting the resources from the state, like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
The governor tried to hike the taxes because of shit like this. They're like, man, LSU not gonna be good if we don't increase these taxes. So everybody was like, hell yeah, we'll pay more in taxes now. So yeah, man, that's just hilarious. So you had another week 9 point that you wanted to bring up other than that?
Yeah, man. I wanted to shout out the Navy midshipmen. I mean, just a wonderful story and a great team, undefeated, fighting for a playoff berth, and they get an opportunity to play a top 12 team in America in a couple of weeks. And when that top 12 team beats the living dog shit out of them, they will then catapult back into the top 10. And all the people that were dick eating and were hating on the fact that Notre Dame was ranked top 25 when they lost to 2 teams that were ranked in the top 5 and have been in the top 5 for the last 3 weeks, or top 10 now consecutively.
By a combined 4 points.
Revenge season will soon be upon us, young men. I hope you all are ready.
All right, fair enough. Reed, you got anything you want to revisit from week 9?
UVA might be frauds.
Hey man,
The Virginia Cavaliers might be frauds. You're a 10-point favorite on the road at North Carolina, and you beat them by 1 in overtime, and that program is dead.
10. It was 10-10 at half, and it ended regulation at 10-10.
Are they dead, or did that show that those players are still rocking with Bill?
They've looked better. They've looked better over the last 2 weeks. I can't lie.
All right, because that's what I want to hear, because it's really easy to throw them in the casket, right? Oh, the program sucks. Players still look like they're playing for them, right?
Yeah. It's probably a little bit of both. It's probably a little bit of both, for sure. But UVA for me personally might be on fraud watch.
I have to say one thing about a team, and I'm sick of it. I'm very sick and tired of it. They remind me of TCU in 2023, like when that luck runs out, like it's going to be bad. Like it's BYU. They are the luckiest team I've ever seen play. Like if you watch all their games, the stuff that happens in their games is truly insane. They're down 21 at Iowa State, or 17. Tipped ball, pick 6, another pick 6. Oh, let's muff 2 punts. Iowa State drops 5 touchdowns. It's like, and one of the punts, it was like a dead roller that just hit a gunner's leg. It's like, that luck's going to run out eventually, and it's going to not be good. I hope they play Texas Tech. I hope they play them.
I hope they go undefeated.
They play Texas Tech next week.
They deliberately.
Texas Tech.
Lock.
He's back.
Lock.
He's back.
That's the lock next week. Whatever it is.
I want to see them get smacked. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, BYU?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that shit. Dude.
I can give you a line.
What is it?
I can give you it's 8. It opened at 8.5 to Texas Tech.
Oh my God, Vegas thinks the same thing. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, you're insane, man.
That's it. That's next week. We can talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week, but we got to get into this week. All right. Jake, the resident Cincinnati alumni, a Cincinnati fan, now that Michigan is, well, they still got the game later on this year, but Cincinnati going out west to Utah. We're starting for the West Coast this week. They are 10-point dogs on the road to Utah. So I'll, of course, let Jake start first. Is this warranted? I was telling Reed on his show, Brendan Sorsby is not getting the love that he probably deserves. I think he's a good player. Even though I bet on Sawyer Robertson to throw 300 yards last week, and they had the ball for 9 minutes in the first half, I respect what Cincinnati does. So how are you feeling about this game going at Utah?
Yeah, well, I'm very nervous for this one. I'm not very confident in it just because of that altitude up there. and playing at night. I mean, and this is the biggest game of the season for both teams. Yeah, I would say this is the biggest game for both teams up to this point. But Vegas is telling me to just, I mean, you got to lay the points with Utah in this one. I mean, the spread doesn't make sense to me after watching both teams play multiple games this year. I've watched every Cincinnati game. I've watched like 3 or 4 Utah games. I don't know why the spread's this high, so it makes me want to take the points with Utah. So yeah, I'd take those. I think it's going to be a slow first half. I think the play I even like more is like Utah first half. I don't know what it is if you could go over to it on the tab, because I think UC is going to come out very slow.
It's 6. You talking about the total?
What are you looking for?
No, the first half spread.
Oh, it says 6. Yeah, Utah minus 6.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, I would lay the 6.5 with Utah. But like you said about Sorsby, I think he could sneak into the back end of the first round if a team's looking for a QB. Like I think he's that type of player. 24 touchdowns total, one turnover this year. I mean, he's easily the best player on the team. They got a top tight end. I mean, I'm going to root for them. Hopefully they win, but I'm not expecting much in this game. I don't think that ruins their season because they got BYU at home later in the year. I think second last week of the season, and that's to go to the Big 12 title. So yeah, I think Utah's going to win this one pretty comfortably.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Reed, how you feeling about this one, man?
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to point out, Cincinnati brings in the 61st ranked passing offense against the 7th best passing defense for Utah. And I alluded to this earlier that Cincinnati's without their starting running back, Evan Pryor. So if Cincinnati is going to rely on the pass game without Pryor, it's not going to be easy against this Utah secondary. I think the most points Utah's given up in a game was the 35 or whatever to Texas Tech. Other than that, they've kept teams pretty much at bay. So I think this is a Utah spot. I don't know if I'm willing to lay the 10 points. But I think Utah wins this game in the end, personally.
All right, fair enough. Sosa, round us out.
I think Utah's one loss was a bit of a blip on the radar. They got like a fucking 10 o'clock local start. They got smoked, kind of blitzed out the beginning. They didn't really look good at all. I think when it's all said and done, the 2 best teams in this conference will end up being Utah and Texas Tech. I think ultimately those are the 2 teams that will see each other in the Big 12 championship, and you'll get a rematch of that. I think Utah rolls at home. I think they figured it out offensively, which was the biggest issue against Texas Tech. Their quarterback played awful, did not make any big plays with his legs. He was awful. And I just think that I like Sorsby because remember, we were watching him in the beginning of the year against Nebraska, and I think that people were like, okay, well, there's like a little something here. But the thing is, he threw for like 50 yards in the game. He's pretty bad throwing the ball. They didn't really do shit. So, like, after that first game on national TV, your original thought is like, man, this guy's probably not that good. He's been great for them. Like Jake mentioned, one of the better dual threat quarterbacks that we've seen all year. And he's going to get his best test in this Utah defense. I think that what carried for Texas Tech at Utah was their defense. Their offense didn't play that great, but Utah literally could get nothing going. I don't think that happens again. It's a late start. It's a night game. Utah will be very comfortable at the crib. The offense should operate at a high level. I think also this game's a sneaky over spot where you don't really bet it in the first half, but the second half over, I think what you'll see with these 2 teams, the pace pick up a little bit. You'll see a lot of spread in the second half, and it'll just be trying to get opportunities for Sorsby to be able to use his legs on design runs and for them to actually just open up the offense as a whole. So I do think that the over is sneaky, but I think if you just wait for the first quarter, you might get like both teams kind of out slow. And then as this game gets rolling, I could see both offensive units having a high level of success to some degree. Other than that, probably going to check out a couple of props, but I do like Utah to win and cover in this one, especially because the game's at home and it's finally fucking cold.
Yeah, that's right. Global warming, hashtag. And I mean, I don't know if Utah is still tired from whooping Colorado's ass last week. I mean, good God. Like, I went to sleep on that game, but still, good God, man. That was bad.
minus 14. Woke up at halftime, saw 43-0. Went right back to bed.
Whittingham took his foot off the gas too, because if Whittingham won, they probably could have scored 100 points.
80.
Bro.
Yeah,
They could have done anything that he said. All right, I respect you, Prime, because they could have put a cold 100 on them, bro. They could have done anything they wanted offensively on Saturday.
Yeah, man. So, sorry, Colorado. But anybody got anything else on this one? All right. So we're going into dark mode now. Oklahoma Sooners coming off of a loss to the Old Mississippi Rebels. They're going east to Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee is a 2.5-point favorite. So the line's coming down a little bit, going back to a pick 'em. Obviously, Tennessee, I mean, they play Kentucky. Those games are always really weird, but they dropped 56 damn points on Kentucky's head top. I'm looking at this one. I'll just come out and say it as an official play. I'm laying the points with Tennessee. Another one of my favorite plays, Chris Brazell, over 59.5 receiving yards. I think it's at plus money on Onyx if you want to go get that, plus like 102. I just think that Joey Aguilar is going to be able to hit deep shots. And for the same reason that I thought Ole Miss could win the game, or at least last week, I think they're going to see a complex offense that they have not seen all year. And this is another one, back-to-back weeks, where Oklahoma is going to see wide receivers line up damn near in the stands. All right, they got wide splits. They're going to want to run the ball. It's going to be a lot of mix match and confusion. It's going to be a lot of eye candy at the snap. So I do think there's going to be points, but I like Tennessee to cover. Jake, I'll start with you. Do you have a play on this game, or how you feeling about Oklahoma going to Tennessee?
Oh, God, two teams I don't really care about. But Oklahoma, I knew they weren't that good when they beat us. I just knew we were not that good. And we had a freshman QB and a coach that is soft. So I would lay the points with Tennessee. I agree with you. I think I know defense travels, but I don't think Mateer's as good as we thought originally. I think he used his legs a lot versus us, and that, everyone's like, oh, my God, look at this dude. He's running all over. And that's what you get when Wink sends the house. If you're loose, you're gone. You are gone. And I don't think he's as good as we thought. I think Tennessee's high-powered offense will just be able to outscore Oklahoma at home. And Tennessee needs a signature win, kind of. I mean, they lost to Bama, right, at home? Or was it at Bama? They lost to him regardless.
Lost to Bama at Bama. Mm-hmm.
Lost to Bama at Bama. Yeah, they need a signature win, and I think they get one this weekend.
All right. Fair enough. So how you feel?
Tennessee BTA, Brazell 100 yards. This game won't be close.
Okay.
Jake's spot on. Mateer is not who people thought he was. He's not. I mean, listen, he had me fooled. And then I start really watching him play. And Jake made a very good point about that game against Michigan. They showed him too much fucking respect in the first half. They showed him too much respect. And they let his receivers get some bullshit underneath. He did not even play that great against them. Tennessee, I think Oklahoma might be able to put a few more points. I like the receivers. I do kind of like those. Satania and the other dude.
Deion Burks.
Is it them it's Texas A&M that has the kid with the Spanish name, right?
Concepcion.
Yeah, that's A&M, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ran away from motherfuckers last week. Jesus Christ. But in this ball game, again, I do like the over. I like the full game over, and I like but I do like Tennessee to win the game by a touchdown plus.
That line.
I do not believe in this Oklahoma team, and I will make this statement as well. After this game, we're going to start talking about Venables' job security. That conversation has to start, because if guys like Kelly are getting canned, we're going to have to start having that conversation, because how many losses is too many losses? Where
Yeah.
do we where is the limit reached? And I think that's the biggest thing we got to pay attention to with Oklahoma. Huge money that just got poured into the school by Jordan Brand. They just landed their biggest women's basketball recruit ever. Athletic program's moving.
When is the last time
They've been in the finals of the Women's College World Series 5 straight years.
Oh, when were the last time they were in the playoff, Jake? You don't remember 2019 when Justin Jefferson put 4 touchdowns on their head?
What is Venables? So what is Venables like? Listen, Venables, Lucy, that's 3 losses, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
Out of the top 25 again. Defense not as good as what you thought it was. He's a defensive coach. How's he hanging on to a job? If we're going to be as critical of Hugh Freeze, why are we doing that with this guy? Just asking.
And getting
Is
killed.
Oklahoma no longer a major program? Are they just like some chopped liver bullshit now? Is that what we're dealing with? Oklahoma's the middle of the pack program because that's what it's showing right now. They lose this one. We need to have that conversation.
And losing to Texas, how they did, with how bad Texas has been this year, and lost like what they lose 27-6, something like that.
Yeah,
Close.
Now we talking now because he kind of just like kind of just no one's in the she's like in the shadows. No one's
I think
bringing him
those
up.
Texas wins because haven't they beat Texas a couple times in the last couple years or 3 years?
Yeah.
They beat Texas the year before with Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, that helps a little bit. But.
Yeah. I would say.
Sorry for
Well,
rain.
I mean, Texas was in a college football semifinal last year. You know, they played for the SEC in their first year. So I'm with Sosa. Like, eventually, they're gonna start looking around. The same thing with if Ohio State is considerably better than Michigan. Michigan considerably better than Ohio State. They're gonna kind of start looking at you like, hey, they over there making headways. What are you doing? So I'm not mad at that. Reed, how you feeling about this one though?
Hey, just wanted to throw it out to you. When does Georgia start doing that because of Ford? No, I'm just playing.
$100 million buyout, brother. Keep going. And that wasn't hyperbole either. That's facts.
Oklahoma and Tennessee, both these defenses can, pressure the quarterback at a very high rate. Both of them top 10 in the country, like in pressure rate, sacks, quarterback hits. But my main question coming into like previewing this game was, can Oklahoma's offense really, keep up with Tennessee's offense? Because they're similar to the USF offense. I mean, Golish was the former offensive coordinator of Tennessee, so Heupel is just keeping up the same go. You're wanting to push them down the field, and then when you spread them out with your, extended pass plays, you're wanting to, beat them on the ground. So can this Oklahoma offense really keep up with the Tennessee offense? I don't really think so. Kind of pick points from Sosa and Jake. I think this is a Tennessee by 10 or more points. And similar to what Jake was saying, I think this Tennessee offense is just going to be able to go. I don't think that this Oklahoma defense is really going to be ready for, the explosive nature of this Tennessee offense. I think Tennessee is going to be able to hit them over the top, similar to how Tennessee played Georgia. Hit them over the top early in the first quarter, kind of caught them off guard. And, Georgia was able to come back in that game. I don't think Oklahoma is going to be able to, have the same capability to come back in that spot. So I like Tennessee in this game big, at least by 10 or more points. So that's, I agree. It's Tennessee BTA, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Arbuckle, he's scheming up a lot of good stuff, but if your quarterback's throwing the ball 50 feet over the wide receiver's head, don't matter. So
also another thing about Oklahoma, you paid Jaden Ott $1.2 million to come over from Cal and the transfer portal, and he has less than 100 yards rushing on the season. Like,
yeah, they can't run the ball at all.
I'm putting that all in Venables, to be honest.
They can't all get just the Saints. That's what it is.
Oh my God. Anyway, man, anything else on this one? You're shameless.
No.
All right. Well, we'll move on. Speaking of rivals, Texas Longhorns are hosting the Vanderbilt Commodores. Vandy is a 3-point dog, but this line is moving. Let me see if it's still at 3, because it was at a pick 'em on Tuesday, and now it's at 3. I assume that means that Arch is going to play. But obviously was in concussion protocol. We know for a fact he didn't practice on Monday. Don't really get a lot of word after that. Oh, it's at, what is that, 2.5? Okay, gotcha. So in this one, I'm just going to take the under. I have it at 47. I had it at 45 all week. I don't think either defense is going to be able to having any issues with both of these offenses. I think this is easily the best defense that Vandy has faced. Reed was giving me stats earlier. They average 4.5 sacks a game, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I think even though Pavia, they're going to get him in situations where they get the ball out of his hands quickly. I think Texas's red zone defense is too good. There's going to be a lot of settling for field goals. You're going to see a similar issue that you saw with Vandy last week, with where they're going to have to gut out this win. So because of the quarterback situation, I can't take Texas, and because of their offense and how they looked all year, I can't take them either. I love my guy Diego, but this is by far the fastest defense they're going to see. So I like the under. I can get it at 47, minus 110. That's an official play from me. But we'll go to Sosa first. How you feeling about this one?
I'm so tired of this Diego Pavia kid, bro. I'm over it. Like, I think he's really cool. I'd love to have a beer with him. Seeing him win every week upsets me for some reason. It just annoys me. So like, I don't know.
Hey, he hooked up Theo Vaughn though. Did you see that?
Did you guys just get the breaking news?
No.
LSU and AD expected to separate after Governor's comment.
Yeah.
No
Obviously,
Guy,
dude.
this is amazing. This fucking
the guy again. The guy who signs your checks is saying bad contracts follow you. You're done. It's over.
I was surprised he even got hired there after the whole Jimbo situation.
I just had to bring that up.
Let's refocus here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if Arch plays. I don't really care if Arch plays. I think Vanderbilt will win this game somehow, some way. They're walking in here and they're stealing a win in Texas. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they look like a team that they're good. They're a good football team, and it's hard to admit it, and it's hard to be honest about it because it's Vanderbilt. They're good, y'all, and we just got to stop disrespecting them. They're going to fight till the bitter end. Texas's offense is stale, boring. Their trenches are supremely overrated. Give me Vanderbilt to find a way.
What was that? What was that stat you had, Reed? How many times is Arch getting sacked a game? It's like 3.5.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, Texas. Texas forces 3.5 sacks per game. Vandy averages around 2.5 sacks per game, but the pressure rate is insane on Arch for sure. The tackles for loss. They're 120th in tackles for loss given up on offense. They average around 5 negative plays due to tackles for loss per game.
Yeah, that's
you think
insane.
they risk the crown jewel of the Manning family 6 days after a concussion?
Well, I was gonna bring that up. Do you even know who the backup is?
Yeah, the kid who played. I don't know the kid who came in and won the game last week. I forget his name, but he didn't look bad.
Yeah, so Matthew Caldwell transferred in from Troy for his senior year. He was at a bunch of other smaller schools. I don't know how he ended up at Texas, but his stats from last season with Troy in 10 games, a 63% completion percentage, 1,600 yards, a 13-8 touchdown interception ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're facing a top 20, I'd say, defense. So,
yeah, man, not ideal. Jake, how you feeling about this one, man?
No idea. I don't. Every time I doubt Vandy, win. So I'm just gonna pick them to win. They're gonna win. I feel the same way as Sosa. Like literally stole what I was gonna say. Texas sucks. Every time I watch them, I'm like, dude, they suck. The fact that they won last week was insane. Like I watched a lot of that game because I had the quad box up. I was like, oh my god, like the punt return with a minute left, and then the TD and like it is what it is. Like they're beating bad teams in like insane ways, and now Vandy comes to town. Like you just went to overtime with two of the bottom tier teams in the SEC, and you won both. Something's got to give. I'm going Vandy on the money line.
All right. Minus 154. Reed, you have any further comments on the game?
Yeah, I think I said it on my show with you earlier. I think Texas is in a backs against the wall spot. They have to win out from here on out if they have any shot at the SEC or the playoff. And I think because of that, there's going to be a fire under that team, especially if they're going in with a backup quarterback. I think it could bring a different element that what they've seen with Arch so far this season, and I think I'm gonna ride with that. I'm gonna take Texas at home here. I think it's a similar spot to how they played Oklahoma. They saw that line come out like, how is Texas favored over Oklahoma? You know, it was a top 6 team at that point. Like, how is Texas favored in that game? And I think this is a similar spot. You know, everyone was doubting Texas coming into that game, and they ended up winning the game. So I think that's a similar spot in this game. Everyone's looking like, how is Texas favored at home against Vanderbilt, even though Vanderbilt's a clearly better team on paper. I think the Vanderbilt luck just runs out at some point, or at least pauses for a moment. And I think this is the spot that it happens. This is arguably the best defense they would have faced up to this point, other than Bama. So I'm gonna take Texas here at home. I think they ride on that defense and find somewhat of a run game to take the pressure off of Cardwell or Arch, whoever ends up starting.
All right. Yeah. I think this is going to be a good game. It's probably going to be an ugly game, though. I'm taking the under, man. That's all I can feel comfortable with at this current moment. All right. Anything else on this one? Nope. All right. Cool.
Diego Pavia, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 125 on Onyx.
Ooh, okay. All right. Like that. All right.
Just
yeah. What was you gonna say?
No, I literally just saw that, so thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay. All right. Last slate that we're gonna talk about. We gave Reed a break, man. We're not gonna talk about that game with Columbus, man. There's no point. There's just no point. The cocktail party is here. I've been saying all year to my co-host's chagrin that I'm only talking shit 2 weeks out of the season. I've already done it for the Ole Miss week. I went single screen, talked a lot of shit. We're not punting that whole game. So shout out to us, even though we gave up like 40 points. Anyway, that's not important. This is not one of the weeks. This is not the second week I'm talking shit. It's not. I think that there's a lot of things brewing in Gainesville. Now, do they win the game? I don't think they win the game. I think we still win. But 7 might be a lot of points. Obviously they fired their coach. They had a bye week. They've had all the time in the world to prepare and concoct a game plan and watch film to be prepared for Georgia. So I think, even though I hate to bet against my team, and I've been saving this take for pretty much my show, give me Florida on the money line in the first half, man. Plus 180. When am I going to see my team start our game fast?
Is this guy fucking serious?
I'm dead ass serious. Florida money line first half plus 180. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's crazy work.
I don't hate it.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I have watched you quite a bit, and you guys, your defense sucks. So, like, I honestly don't know what to expect with the defense. Like, defense
have money line with a fucking
Their coach just got fired too, right? First game
Yeah.
without the coach.
Yeah, first game without Billy. Yeah.
I don't mind it.
And I say this all the time.
Yeah, they're about to really show you how discombobulated and fucked up that school is. Have they announced who's gone from the program yet? Do we even know who's not playing for Florida on Saturday?
Well, so Steve Spurrier Jr. is going to be the quarterback's coach. So I don't know if he's.
I hear you, but do we even know who's fucking playing for them on Saturday?
Yeah. Now Banks, their defensive tackle, is going to be out for the game. That's going to be huge. That's why I don't think they're going to lose, or that's why I don't think they're going to win. But I mean, we would have said the same thing about Auburn, who was leading at the half. We would say the same thing about Ole Miss. Even I talk shit. Who was leading at the half? Like we've just seen it over and over again this year with Georgia, and I say this all the time on this show. These teams are who they are at this point in the season. So why would I not be able to profit from it? I even if it's a point, who cares? That means they're winning at the end of the first half. So give me Florida first half money line plus 180. Until they show me, I can't bet with Georgia in any capacity to come out on fire in the first half. I just can't. So that's just me. Reed, we'll start with you. How do you feel about this one, man?
So when I was researching for this game, something that really stood out to me was how eerily similar the Georgia offense was with the Florida defense, like statistics wise. They're around the same, points scored and points given up. They're around the same red zone efficiency on both sides. The glaring stat was third down conversion. Florida is 70th in the country at third down conversions, getting off the field. In Georgia, 26th. They convert on third down at a 47% clip. So I think Georgia's just going to be able to, stay on the field longer, personally. And also outscore them. Georgia has a top 30 scoring defense. Florida, 105th in the country scoring offense. So they're going to be able to stay on the field longer. Again, I completely agree. Florida, their first game without Napier, they're going to be similar to Texas. They're going to have a fire under them. I mean, they have nothing to lose. This is basically their championship game. So if they beat Georgia, it's automatically a successful season in their eyes, especially after everything that's gone on. So I don't know if I'm going to get to the window with the 7.5. I think I like Florida as long as it's over a touchdown to cover the number, but I think it's Georgia at the end of the day to win the game.
All right, fair enough. Jake, I mean, you're the only one that said you don't hate it, but I'm telling you, like, how can I believe anything in the first half when I've seen what I've seen this year?
You gotta hope Legway turns into a pumpkin, I guess, in the first half, because you guys don't show up in the first half of games. You're right. I mean, I've watched most of your games, and the offense really starts clicking after half, though. Like in that Ole Miss game, I mean, oh my God. I mean, did they stop you a single time the entire game?
No, we didn't punt one time.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were going crazy in that game. I mean, I don't mind it. I wouldn't take it personally, but I don't mind it at all. I think you guys will cover the 7.5, though. I think by game's end, you'll win by like 2 or 3 scores. I think Florida will fight in the first half, but you guys will just have too much to overpower them. And you never like some of these games. You like to coach. You like to maybe they'll fight, but I don't know. I think a lot of those Florida players are already getting calls from other programs, like Sosa mentioned, so they could be checked out. So
I'll worry here, bro. I think that that's the issue. Listen, every single player worth a damn in a Florida uniform has gotten a call from their agent, who's gotten calls from multiple other schools. Okay. As soon as that coach goes out the door, the guy that got you to sign on that bottom line, you're free game to the rest of the NCAA. All right. It's happening at LSU. It's happening at Penn State. It's everywhere the coach gets fired. This is how the game goes. I am very interested to see how they respond because, again, that defense was fighting for them. They were fighting for them. They went out there and they were killing. They were going to war weekly, even though Lagway might be a hot plate of ass. But again, I think that this is a UGA spot, belt to ass. If the game was at Gainesville, I'd give them a fair chance. It's not in Gainesville. It's not. They're playing at Jacksonville, and you already know that's a neutral site. They're gonna Georgia most likely will beat the fuck out of them.
Ain't no neutral site, man. It's 70 miles away from their campus, man.
I don't give a fuck. It's not Gainesville. It's not the same. And the ticket sales aren't the same.
Yeah, of course they're gonna say that we split it down the middle. I get that, but come on, man. They have an hour and a half bus ride.
With Florida, don't even talk to me about winning a championship.
Oh, I don't think championship is on our expectation. We've all agreed that Ohio State easily looks like the best team in the country all year long. Oh, okay, well. Anyway. Yeah, that's all I got for this official play, Florida State money line. All right. Anything else? Can we get the best bets?
Best bet.
Got a couple minutes left. All right.
I think looking at Nate Frazier's rushing yards is a personal look for me. Don't know if anyone else has any thoughts on that. Line's at 49.5.
Yeah, I love Nate. He's out of the doghouse now. Apparently, he has fumble issues. That's the only thing that I personally, and he's way too damn old. He's a junior now. You're supposed to be the lead back. Chauncey getting the job over you really bothers me and grinds my gears. But hey, I wouldn't be mad at it, especially with Banks missing their defensive tackle. I think they're going to be a little bit more prone to getting ran on. That's just my personal opinion, but I like that look. We'll see. I'll be in the lab. Maybe when you guys listen to Low Space, I might have more plays for you. All right, who's going first? They're quiet again, like every week, like every single week. Ask who's going first. No one knows. Everybody just looks like.
I'll go first. I only have one. Michigan minus 20.5. Lock of the week. Boots on the ground. Gotta bet it.
All right, I'll go first. I'm gonna go with the easy ones. Notre Dame team total over 42.5 against Boston College. Off a bye, off a hard fought win against USC. Over 42.5 at even. I like it. Indiana traveling to Maryland. Unless the weather is just fucking terrible, Maryland should get smoked here. Indiana team total over 35.5, minus 114. I like them to score 40 plus. I think they're just the better football team. Indiana is a great football team. I just hate them, and I'm mad disrespectful. Miami versus SMU. I'm going to take the over 50.5. I'm not going to lie. I think Miami could definitely be on upset alert considering the place that they're playing. They're 11.5 point favorites, but they have not performed great the last couple of weeks. The defense has played okay. I think Ruben Bain has been disruptive, but he hasn't been a game changer in the last few games. And I think that's major when it comes to the way that you scout these teams, or that the way that they come out and perform. I think Bain has a big game, and I think that Miami continues to perform at a relatively high level. I will say this: things are starting to catch up to Miami. There's only so many fucking times you can throw the ball to Tony in a fucking game. Okay, you better find yourself another guy to throw the ball to outside of Daniels and Tony. And at some point, you got to figure out the fucking run game. If you can't figure that out, I don't know what it is, because it's not a trench problem. The offensive line in Miami should be able to run block. And that's the problem I keep seeing with the team. Why the fuck aren't you running the ball? I don't give a fuck if you brought in a quarterback and you want it to be his show. Run the fucking ball. I think Miami does that this week, and they get into some level of a positive offensive game. But I do like the over. I think SMU can score 21 points, and I think that Miami can put 30 up on SMU. I think 50.5 is a bit disrespectful. Other than that, I do like – I'm with Roddy on the under in the Texas game. Texas's only hope is to bog down the game defensively and make sure that they handle business. And I'm with I don't know if Love for the Game is going to bet it, but I think I'm going to take Cal with the 5.5 against Virginia. Traveling cross country, good quarterback matchup, tough environment to go to. I don't know how much of Virginia's fan base is traveling to Berkeley to this game. It should be like a 90% pro Cal crowd. I just don't see much of Virginia's fan base making that trip. I just don't see it. It's a tough trip to make for anybody, but to get to Berkeley's campus, I just think that's the biggest deal. And also Vegas is telling you to take the 5.5 because the line is 5.5. 5.5 is take the dog, take the over, set it and forget it. I think that's what you're going to get out in Berkeley. That's all the looks I have for this week. Who's next?
Reed, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, one I locked in on Tuesday. I'm taking Kansas State with the points at home against Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech could come out slow in this spot just solely because this is Baron Morton's first game back fully from injury. They're on the road in a tough spot against Kansas State. Kansas State's been trending up the last few weeks. They're coming off a pounding of their rival Kansas. I'm comfortable laying a touchdown at home for the Wildcats. I'm with Sosa on Cal. I haven't officially bet it yet, but I was going to. I like Cal with the points. I think UVA is on full upset alert again. I think they're on potential fraud watch entirely based on their performance last week. And another thing just about that Miami game, Sosa, this is their first game outside the state of Florida this season, which I mean,
Second road game in general, too.
Yeah. I don't know if that plays a real factor, but I just
anything out west, yeah. No.
No. This is the second road game of the year, period.
Yeah. Crazy scheduling dynamics. Those were the two locks I had right now, but of course, low space on Saturday. I'll definitely have more for sure.
I got one more.
I also have one more.
Go ahead.
Over in Navy and North Texas. Points. Both those defenses stink. So
I got one more. Said Michigan minus 20.5, under 45.5, Penn State, Ohio State. I can't believe it's that high. I can't believe that isn't in the 30s. Penn State might not score.
Penn State team told 10.5. Yeah.
Under 10.5.
I don't got nothing to say, man. Y'all are over here conceding the season and shit. Ohio State's not going to win it easily. They still have to play the games on grass. Well, I guess artificial turf for at least one.
Hey, I never said anything.
I think
we'll
beat them like we always do. It's just if someone else has to do in the playoff because we won't be around that long in the playoffs.
Roddy, what are you rocking with for the week?
All right. I've got a all SEC type of thing here. Florida first half plus 180 money line. I'm doing it. I don't care. I got Auburn in minus half. I think Jacksonville benched. You're gonna see everything open up now. Ashton, what's his name? Ashton Daniels, is it from Stanford?
For Auburn.
Yeah. Auburn's backup quarterback. Yeah. I like them in the first half. I really like them in the full game. It's just at 11 right now. That's a weird number. So I'll get the football number. Kentucky has expended a lot of energy in 2 night games in a row. Now they got to go on the road. I just think Auburn is going to go up there and win. Again, I said I like Tennessee minus 2.5. I like Chris Brazel's receiving yards. I like it up to 100, so you can ladder that as much as you want to. I think he's going to eat. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I got Cal on the money line, plus 180. Let's do it. Let's roll. Like, I know the game's not a night game. It's a 3:45 start, but again, like the travel spot, I can't ignore it. You're literally going from coast to coast. So I just can't. I can't see that. And then I got the under in Texas. I'm seeing 47s. So if you can get a 47, that would be excellent. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in Texas and Vandy. And that's really all I got at the current moment. All right. Please be sure to follow us at Paid for Play right here. Thank you to my brother Reed for joining us. Sam, obviously, again, he is been fired along with Brian Kelly. Follow Jake at JB_353. Follow Sosa at Sosa Picks. Follow Reed. He has great content as well. He's going live on Spaces every Tuesday and Thursday. You'll see me there every single week for the rest of the college football season. Any last words for the people, gentlemen?
Fill up my cup.
Goodbye, y'all. He's going to do it every week.